On now, do you have any of these at home? These came pretty much in one day to my house. They've just been pouring in, and it made me wonder, do they really make a difference? To answer that question, I went to Amy Ruiz, the senior vice president for a political consulting firm called Strategies 360. She believes in and uses these flyers. Are you a believer in all these flyers? And have you guys been using this? These are the ones I
brought my own stack in. Yes. Yes. No, direct mail is very effective, especially in Oregon, which is a vote by mail state. We know that most voters in Oregon have a mailing address. So it's one way that we know we can reach the exact voter that we want to be talking to.
It is effective.
It is effective. It's more effective when it's part of a broader strategy. So there are many ways to reach voters. I'm sure folks are seeing digital advertising, seeing advertising on television, social media posts, sometimes radio, yard signs, people knocking on your door. If folks are not already getting text messages, they may soon start to get those. And of course, phone calls.
Companies like this one, Morel Inc. in Portland, have spent the last few weeks churning out lots of mailers for lots of campaigns in Oregon. The big push is over now, but the machines will be back at it in October for the November election. Nick Graham is vice president at another Portland area company that makes these flyers called Gateway Communications. He said it's more expensive to send out flyers in the mail than using social media, for example, but he believes it is worth it.
When you compare the cost per impression from, say, an email blast or social media, the cost per impression is going to be higher with direct mail. The quality of the impression is also going to be significantly higher. And so, when somebody scrolls through their social media, that there is an impression, but it's not like for like.
So, okay, that's why you're getting these things. And also, if you don't like them and you haven't voted, well, vote earlier next time, because then they'll stop coming right away. And some might consider this stuff junk mail, but there's actually a lot of thought that goes into each and every one of them. And is there any rhyme or reason, like, to the colors? Are there different colors that get our attention?
Well, certainly you want to stand out in the mailbox and in that pile of mail. So you'll see campaigns use different sizes. We like to send things that are, at least 8.5 by 11, so they kind of stick out of the pile and don't hide behind that utility bill. And certainly you want to see colors. You want to see logos of organizations that voters know and trust.
So what's your take on these campaign flyers? And yes, I know I'm holding them up a lot because they're colorful. Do you find them helpful? Are they just annoying? Send me an email and let me know. Also, if you're one of those folks who loves to collect them and then you use them when you vote, take a picture of yourself using them. Send us your picture with you by a stack. We may use it on the show Monday night. Our email is thestory@kgw.com, or you can also call and leave us your thoughts on our voicemail. That's 503-226-5090. While we're talking about campaigns and ads, let's pivot a moment to TV ads. A few of you have pointed out to us that some candidates are running TV ads without really saying anything about their party or the seat that they're running for. This ad from Mike Erickson, for example.
I'm Mike Erickson, running for Congress. I will fight hard for America's energy independence. I'm running for Congress, and I approve this message.
Well, I had a chance to ask our political expert, Len Bergstein, about that.
Do you have any thoughts you might offer about some of the candidates that aren't really saying exactly what they're running for? I'm thinking like Mike Erickson, Mike Erickson for Congress, but he doesn't say if he's a Democrat or Republican or what seat he's running for. What's up with that?
I think that's been a kind of a part of the vocabulary of candidates for a long time. Particularly if you're a Republican in Oregon, you don't want to kind of divulge that too soon until you're certainly you've got the attention of voters who are likely to pick you. I mean, I see this not only in Oregon but all across the country. People don't say as much about what they're running for until they want to catch your attention, hopefully hook you, and then think of it as a name familiarity game.
So that's why you're seeing those ads and you're like, who is this person? What are they running for? By the way, Mike Erickson is a Republican and he's running for the newly created 6th congressional district seat, along with a ton of other candidates. It'll be interesting to see how all this shakes out on Election Day, which you should know is this coming Tuesday in Oregon.